Veruca, girl, I know for a fact you're not dumb, but these are the kinds of comments that makes us think you are. Your comment was, I changed my name twice, could not get a license and a passport until I provide my birth certificate and marriage license. Not hard. Here's the thing. The SAFE Act doesn't make it hard, right? Everyone around us can get a passport, absolutely. However, it is a barrier. It's a women's tax, right? If you're married and you're a woman, you have to pay for an additional documentation to vote. Men don't have to do this. Then said, it is not barrier unless you can't manage life. This is normal adulting. Life gets harder than that. Then why are men who are paid more not added to this barrier in some sort of way? Well, I have an enhanced ID. Only 5 states have enhanced IDs, Veruca. You and I both know how to read, and you and I would both know how to read the SAFE Act. Said, well, you can use a real ID, Veruca. You would know, if you had read this, that a real ID does not meet the requirement of the SAFE Act. Also, Veruca, I asked you comments ago, what would happen with the backlog for this, right? Because if right now we are delayed and 30 million women need to get a passport, how are we going to staff that appropriately? If especially we're making budget cuts. You seem to think that a barrier only comes from our own limited mindset and belief, but that is not a case. A barrier is a barrier whether I can walk through it or not. This barrier is imposing something that I cannot control. I'm not making the budget cuts. I'm not laying off people left and right. You see, Veruca? So the problem is that you are not taking any of this into consideration because, Veruca, you have privilege. You were able to afford your enhanced ID. You live in a state with enhanced ID. So, Veruca, you are not thinking about everyone else that this is going to affect because for you, it is not a barrier. Just like for me, who has had a passport since the day I was born. It is not a barrier, but for a lot of women, it is.